Hello everyone, and welcome back to the history of the Jebus dynasty, where last time we saw King Mace fight a series of wars, managing to hold on to his realm, expand greatly into Africa, as well as kill a series of Mongol Khans in order to halt the Mongol invasion. We also saw him finally manage to establish primogeniture, securing the integrity of his realm. We also saw Mace's firstborn son Mirka give birth to a new heir, the incredibly gifted Candy. And so we continue now in the declining years of King Mace's life as he seeks to continue and strengthen the realm. First steps at the age of 60, Mace declared war on his old vassal in Bishoy, wanting to reclaim the territories of the Duchy of Cyrenica. The war against Bishoy proceeded well. The enemy troops attempting to besiege Palermo were caught and slaughtered by half of Mace's army, and by 1251 the war was over. It was in 1251, with the empire expanding into Africa, that African influence had its effect on Sicilian culture, and a new identity of Tyrrhenian began to emerge, with a blend of the two. Furthering his war of expansion, Mace declared war on what was left of the Crusader Sultanate, now merely an emirate, having brought the emir's brother into his own court after a battle. The war was over within 5 months, the remains of the Crusader kingdom being conquered. Further wanting to gain major prizes across the Mediterranean, Mace declared war on Venice, using his nation's claim to all of the Mediterranean coastline to back up his demands. A major battle was fought outside Veneto, in which the Sicilians won decisively. The Venetian forces were then annihilated on the Battle of Venezia itself. The war ended shortly after, the city of Venezia passing into Jebus's control. Following their conquest of the city of Venice, the Jebus dynasty became famous, and for all his long years campaigning in Africa, as well as his pilgrimages, King Mace became known as a religious icon. Wanting to continue his expansion into the realms he lost, Mace declared war once again on Bishoy, this time the county of Sulum, looking to push towards Alexandria. As King Mace turned 71, he had one last great ambition to play. His scholarly adventures had given him insight into unsanctioned loopholes, allowing him to buy a claim to the entire Holy Roman Empire. Alone he could not win this war, but with his network of alliances he felt it might just be possible. And so in 1261 war was declared on the Holy Roman Empire. Immediately Mace called his allies into war, including the Byzantine Empire. Mace's Byzantine allies landed with nearly 40,000 troops and annihilated the Holy Roman forces. Then, trapping the enemy at Venezia, Jebus's troops were able to devastate their foes, as well as capture the imperial banner itself. The last shattered remnants tried to regroup at Pula. Jebus's troops destroyed what little remained of the Holy Roman Emperor's army. However, as the war dragged on, at 73, Mace began to feel his health deteriorate and he became infirm. He turned to focusing what time he had on medicine, trying to extend his life just to see through this final war. With the Holy Roman Emperor's own lands conquered and his armies destroyed, victory was able to be declared in 1263. Mace now became Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. Following the years of constant conflicts, the Jebus dynasty established strict squire traditions. So Mace's health declined in 1265. Several of his new vassals attempted to declare independence. Unwilling to give up on his new empire, Mace refused to be threatened, instead calling once again on his friend Basileus of the Byzantine Empire. Not even Mercer could live forever, and in 1266, at the age of 76, he finally passed away. He was exalted among men and a religious icon. Known as being avaricious, an architect and a scholar, he fought in 28 wars, including 2 Great Crusades, went on 2 pilgrimages and hosted a grand wedding. The lands of Balio Tyrrhenia passed to King Mercer. Already 57 years of age, he was distinguished and a devout servant. However, despite Mace's scheming, because of the elective nature of the Holy Roman Empire, the crown that he fought so hard for passed back to the original Kaiser. But still, Mercer's lands were vastly expanded compared to those of his grandfather, directly controlling large swathes of Normandy, Orleans and Toulouse. However, for the story of King Mercer and the fate of the Holy Roman Empire, we will have to wait until next time, as the king tries to reclaim what his father had achieved. But until next time, farewell.